Okay, so what I found about talking with Maria is that she doesn't have the stuff, at least right now, that I have. At least that she's telling me that she thinks that her body is good and that God created it to be good. And there's a piece of adoption with that. Maria's adopted, so we talk about that a lot, which came out when she was talking. But also that, you know, her body is good and God created it for good. And um, our Lord desires us to be healthy in our relationship with our body, in our relationship with Him, in our relationship with others. And um, and that path is not a path of self-hatred, but of allowing Him to love us in our bodies, just like He did when we were little. And I think about one of my friends who just joined the group, has this beautiful baby, and that they had wanted for a long time. And every time I see that baby, I get so choked up because that baby was so wanted. And you see the images of how the family talks to her and loves on her. And like she doesn't have a care in the world, that baby. Every one of her needs are met, and she is cherished beyond measure. And our Lord cherishes us beyond measure. And I can't imagine that mom saying to that baby, "Oh, you have chubby thighs." Well, in a negative way. She does. She's adorable. But like, "Oh, you have a crooked smile," or, "Oh, one of your, like any of those things." Can we imagine that? And yet somehow our mind takes over and starts telling us those things. It doesn't come from our Lord. So, all right. So, fasting, if we allow our Lord to, can be a means of coming to love our bodies more and healing our bodies through Him and with Him if we allow it to. So for me, I couldn't at all be in a place where I had to eat certain food, that I felt like I had to deny myself any food. I had been there and done that. I've done Weight Watchers, I've done shakes, I've done Atkins, I've done the other one that's like Atkins, but you can South Beach. I've done it all, and I have no beef with any of those programs if they work for you. But for me, it made me feel like a failure. And so to go into this and be successful with me, our Lord, and my body, and one good choice at a time of eating what I'm supposed to eat and not eating what I'm not supposed to eat, and being allowed to eat whatever it is that I want while I'm eating that food. Um, During those times. Okay, so I encourage you to watch. I do have a vlog post about my story. Um, and I encourage you to watch it so you can see um, that God can heal us, and that we can love our bodies even when after losing 40 pounds, 42 pounds, you're back up 6, and I got to begin again. Um, but my bottom line is I want to be healthy, to love myself, and to love others, my husband, my kids, my friends, and to be available to serve our Lord in those people, because that's what we're here for, to know and love our Lord with all our heart, with all our strength, um, and all our might. I don't know, I'm not saying that right. And to love our neighbors as ourselves. So, and our world does need so much love. So, all right, having said that, here's the bones about intermittent fasting. My suggestion is quickly read the first 4 chapters of Fast Feast Repeat by Jen Stevens. It's a digital download if you have a reading app, or you can have her read it to you on Audible, or you can order it and have it sent to you. They have it at Target, they have it at Walmart. I've seen them recently there. Um, and then there is a quick start chapter. It's like page 1 something. Um, and I encourage you to do that. But I'm going to give you the basic bones right here because it's not, there's no magic. I will say that if you've been following a certain plan, to continue to follow that plan for a while, because opening up to eating every food in the world while you're trying to get an eating window approach going might be super challenging. But, full freedom, intermittent fasting is a study of one person. So, what works for you will work for you, and you um, will tweak your program until it works. You'll find the foods that work for you. You will find the words for foods that trigger you. You will learn to open and close your window, and you will also have the experience of not being as hungry and have this need to eat constantly. Okay, so the first thing is you will, for the next 4 weeks, starting on Sunday night, you will have an eating window approach. And what that means is that you will choose the number of hours you're going to fast and the number of hours you're going to eat. And there are kind of two rules of thumb: a very gentle approach, which is sort of what I took. So you can eat for 12 hours a day, fast 12 hours a day. You can eat 10 hours a day and fast 14 hours a day. And then the most rigid of the relaxed is to, and you can do, there's no even number magic. So you could do, 17, no, that's not right. You could do 15 and 9. There's no magic. You can choose what you want. I had a friend ask me, well, I want to do a shake at 6:30 and I want to eat with my family as soon as I get home from school. Fine, do 9 hours, right, to get started. And then fast for the rest. And I encourage you to eat what makes you feel good during your time. I did not in any way not eat what I wanted during the first, 10 months of doing this. I ate what I wanted within my window. I ate salads and sweets and tried to vary my food. I craved a lot of oranges and bananas, and so I ate what my body signaled me to eat. Um, let's see here. When you're done with dinner, I find it easiest to say dinner and done. So your last bite of food is the minute you start your fast, okay? So there are a couple of fasting apps that you can download, and the minute you put that last morsel in, you swallow it down, you open up your phone, start, and it starts clocking it. And it is a very helpful reminder once you hit that button that you're done, right? And then you don't open it again until your 14-hour window is open the next day. And then it starts tracking every day that you're fasting, how long you're fasting. If you feel like fasting longer, please do. That's okay too, Okay. My next piece of advice is to plan out what you're going to eat the minute your window opens. Because what will happen is you will start initially for the first couple weeks when your window opens, you will want to just shovel food in your mouth. There's something mental that happens, and you may actually be hungry, but have cut up some cheese, have some nuts ready, whatever it is that works for you, so that you're getting some protein in. Have and you can do anything you want. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, what was I saying? You could, you can do dip with some veggies, whatever. I mean, whatever suits you. Have a sandwich ready. Whatever sounds good to you. Have soup. Soup is very filling. So, if you want to have open your window with a shake, if you've been doing shakes, do that. Okay, so that's my advice. Plan out what you're going to eat when your window opens. If you don't do that, you end up opening up something in your cupboard that you don't want to eat, like a bag of chips. So learn from my mistakes. And if it happens, blessed be God, because, oh well. Okay, so let's see here. This is what I find to be the hardest obstacle, is the concept of clean fasting. So clean fasting means that you are only permitted to have water, carbonated plain water, black coffee or black tea during your fast. No flavors, no powdered things that you put into your water, no creamer, no Splenda, no sweetener, nothing. The goal of intermittent fasting is that when you are not eating, that your insulin levels drop so low that you deplete your sugar stores or your glycogen stores. And it takes time to do that. So you won't deplete all of your stores in the first, 2 weeks. It may be that you start doing that, but so what will happen is that every day that you fast clean and that you don't spike your insulin by any flavor. So anytime you drink Diet Pop, you will spike your insulin. Every time you drink a flavored water, it results in an insulin spike. Every time you drink coffee with cream, you will have an insulin spike. So now, I also think that there is a bridge to getting to that point. I drank, full disclosure, whole cream in my coffee for a long time, and I've gotten off the clean fasting bandwagon over the last 3 to 4 weeks, and I can feel it. I feel puffy. I feel gross. I mean, my shirt's a little tighter. Ugh. And I want to feel good. So I'm going to start back with just water in the morning, and that's going to be it. Okay. So you have to decide how clean you're going to begin. I mean, if you can tolerate black coffee until your fast opens, by all means, rip the Band-Aid off, because you will lose weight faster. You will deplete your glycogen stores faster doing it that way. Now, I was not one of those people, so you have support either way. Let's see here. It's important for you to understand that if you are eating something with flavor, you are not fasting. That's the truth. So talk amongst yourselves in the group of how you're going to conquer this. But it's good. And I will tell you that from a supernatural perspective, a spiritual perspective, when you are not constantly feeding your body, you are more open. You're more open to God's grace. You are more open to inspiration, to being able to do other things. So I encourage you to try clean fasting. Okay. Let's see here. You may feel tired, irritable, or miserable, or not being able to sleep for a little while, because when you start dipping into your insulin, to your sugar stores, that happens. Use these opportunities to pray for others, to pray for yourself, to ask our Lord for His grace, and try not to waste that time being angry. I mean, you may be legitimately grumpy, and that's okay. You can offer that to our Lord. Lord, I'm grumpy, and I'm going to offer this grumpiness up for fill in the line. Our bodies, when we're fasting, are doing what they're supposed to do. So you may not see weight loss right away, or you may see 7 pounds gone. Those first 7 pounds are water weight, which is good. You'll feel less puffy. Okay, let's see here. Very important. Get yourself in a tank in a pair of shorts or a pair of leggings, and take selfie pictures, or have somebody take your picture from the front, from the side, and from the back. I lost so much weight from my back side, and I still have so much weight in my belly. That's where I'm keeping it all. Apparently for, a time when we have no food, that I'll have it there. I don't know. And then measure shoulders, around your bra line, your belly, your hips, and then your thighs. All right. Um, Come for support, offer support to others. You never know what your one word, what your one post will do for another person. Vulnerability is a superpower. I learned that. I was listening to somebody's podcast and I loved that. I can't remember who it was or when I heard it. So here I am laying my heart out to everyone, hoping that it helps someone, and I'm asking for God's inspiration. I am certainly no complete success story. I still have another 25 pounds to lose, including the 5 that I regained. So, blessed be God. It took me a year to lose 42, and I didn't try since Halloween. I haven't really been trying. I've been steady, which is okay. Um, so, okay. Okay. So finally, if you, advice for your weak moments. I am a night snacker. I've been night snacking again for a couple weeks. And so I have a plan. I'm going to have water by my night table. I am going to start writing letters at night and praying for people. I am going to, I want to learn to stencil write, so I'm going to do that. And I'm reading 2 new books. Let's see here. Oh, okay, 2 last things. One is eat what you want when you want, when you're in your eating window. It is truly, Jen Stevens' first book was called Delay, Don't Deny, and I was hooked. I can eat whatever I want in my eating window. I'm in. And so all I had to do was delay the amount of time that I eat. Um, and it absolutely does work, and it absolutely does heal you because you don't have to beat yourself up anymore about being heavy. Um, it does involve choices and tweaking, right? So if you want to lose weight faster, if you just want to be a turtle and take your time, that's great too. Turtles get there, right? And eat what makes your body feels good. So also, we ask you to pray for everybody at least every day, right? So when you see somebody posting in the group, just offer a little prayer. There are a lot of Catholics in the group. It does have a Catholic focus, but um, you do not have to be Catholic, obviously, to be in this group. And we appreciate your perspective if you're not. Um, but also try and understand where everybody's coming from. Um, and try and hear what they're saying as opposed to the doctrine, okay? And finally, I have this pair of jeans that I'm going to show you. And my birthday is in April. And so these are my size 10 jeans that I want to be able to wear. I've had them in my cupboard now since September, and I still can't wear them. So uh, pick something as your goal, and if you're brave enough, take a picture of yourself in them right now. And then when you can fit into them well, do that too. So tomorrow I'm going to ask my husband to help me take all these pictures again because it's a new year. All right, God bless my intermittent fasting friends. Um, I care for you very much. And if there's anything that I or Emily can do, please do reach out to us. But you all are, um, please reach out to us if we can do anything for you. We are here for you, and you will all be there for each other. We are not even 200 people yet, so it's a relatively small group. Um, and just like High School Musical, we are all in this together. So please don't be afraid to post. Just put it out there, and that way we can get this group going and provide support to each other. Okay? All right, God bless everybody. Take care.